Okay, hello, this is Dr. Janes, and today I'm going to talk about recharging our air conditioning units. You know, it's summertime, it's getting really hot, the neighbors are running their leaf blowers and mowing their lawns, and of course our air conditioner's not working, so I'm getting really annoyed, and I'd like to be able to fix it. Now, the most common problem with the air conditioners is that a lot of times they have a fluid in there, the refrigerant, which is, I guess it's not called Freon anymore, but it's something like Freon. Freon was much better, actually. But that fluid can leak out. And what happens is they actually compress the fluid. And when you compress something, it usually gets hotter, and then they uncompress it and it gets cooler. So they compress it outside the car, so it's like squeezing a sponge. It squeezes the heat out of the fluid, and they run it back into the car, and when they uncompress it, it gets cold. And if that fluid leaks out, then your air conditioner does not work anymore. And I actually have an old one that is completely empty, because I've tried it on a few different cars. Usually, like I said, usually it works. One of my cars, it did not work, because I think maybe the pump broke or something, but it used to work on that car, and several other cars. You just need to recharge the air conditioning every once in a while, and then it will start working again. So let's see how we do that. Okay, so in this case, I just had an old one, and it's a lot more expensive to buy them with the gauge. You have a little gauge on them, and a pluggy thing that attaches to the air conditioning unit. So let's see if these things look compatible. It looks like it's compatible. It has the same type of screws on it. So we have a brand new can of refrigerant, and it looks like the threads are the same size, so let's try screwing it on. And what it's going to do, see there's an aluminum foil thing there, it's going to puncture that when it screws on. And okay, and it looks like it's screwed on and it's not squirting out stuff, so maybe we're all set to go. Let's try to find our nozzle on our engine, and maybe we can charge this thing up. Okay, here's the front of our car, and this is a Subaru Impreza. And so let's, go in and pop the hood. Let's see, the hood thing was around here someplace. Oh, it's right down here. Okay. So we'll pop the hood, and we will go up and release the hood latch and open this thing up. And there we go. Engine's feeling hot. So, here's our engine in here. And here's the high side of the air conditioning. It says H on it, right here. And then there's a low side someplace else. Let's see if we can find it. I'll have to check the directions. Let's see, this tube goes down into the air conditioning unit, and I'm not seeing the low side. I'll have to look around for it. Okay, after searching around for a little bit, I did find the low side. The low side is back here. See, it has a L. I don't know if you can see that very well on this little plug. I'm going to actually, see, it's making a kind of little bit of hissing sound if I take that off, so it must be leaking a little bit. So we're supposed to charge on the low side. Okay, so first thing we're supposed to do, put this plug someplace safe so we don't lose it, is it says in the canister to start our engine up. Okay, start our engine, and set the air conditioning to max cool. So put on cool, have it on AC, and max. Okay. And so we got the car running. And of course, when the car is running, you want to make sure that you don't get anything stuck in the moving parts, like the belts or whatever, because that will rip your fingers off. Okay, so keep stuff. Don't wear necklaces or rings or stick your fingers down in that belt. That would be a very bad thing, a very bad day. Okay. And so, here we are. Looking down at the air conditioning port here. And what we're going to do, we're going to get our recharge unit and we'll hook it up to that. Okay, so here's our air conditioning unit. And you can see there's a gauge on it. And this is low. The green is where you want to be. You don't want to overcharge it. And then we have on the other end of it, we've got the hose that comes down here. And this thing goes onto our port over here. So let's hook that up. Kind of pull up on the thing, and then it slides over that. Okay. And we'll leave it here. So let's pull the trigger and see how much pressure we got in there. And it's measuring really low pressure. So this is probably our problem. Now the directions say to shake this can, and then they want to hold it like upright, 12 position, and spray some in there. That's going to spray gas in there. And then if you turn it to the 3 o'clock position, that's going to spray some of the liquid in there, because Freon turns into a liquid. Alright. Oh. Okay, we'll try. Okay. Shake it up some more. And we'll alternate back and forth. So it feels like the air conditioning kicked in a little bit. And hopefully the leak isn't too big that we can just repair it by doing this, but it seems like it's not really holding too much of a charge. Okay, well, we'll keep on trying though. Oh man, my hand is freezing by now. Okay, we'll keep on filling her up. Pretty soon we'll be a real auto mechanic, huh? Oh, look at that. I think we're finally up into the green, but let's get it a little bit higher because this thing's leaking. Yeah, it's not quite there. It's going up and down a little bit. Want to make sure that it's going to work for a little while so we don't have to keep on recharging it all the time, right? Ah, man. My hand is freezing. Now, the people at the auto parts store, this is 12 ounces. They said that the air conditioning unit requires 21 if it's completely empty. So it's possible that we may need to try hooking up that second can. Oh, there we go. This one must be getting low. See, we're up into the green now. Look at that. I had to turn it almost upside down. There we go. Okay, keep on shaking it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So here we go. Up into the green. And so I'm going to bet that the air conditioning is working. So let's go get into the car. Leave that thing hooked up for just a second, just in case we need to add a little bit more to it. We'll go get into the car. Oh. And see if this thing is blowing out. Let's put it on our face. How about that? Oh, look at that. Phew, I think we can roll up the windows here because it's getting cool in the car. Things are getting pretty nice in here. Looks like we at least temporarily fixed the air conditioning until it leaks out, but this only cost us, what, $16 for the refill? It's a lot cheaper than taking it into the shop, right? So anyway, this is Dr. Janes, and thanks for watching. So, I think I'm going to just call that good enough for now. Remember, moving belts and stuff down here, so do not get into those. That is kiss of death right there. You will lose something of value in your body. So, okay, so the way you get this thing off is there's a little blue thing. You get it on the same way. You got to kind of push that down, squeeze that together. Hear it pop. Okay, so we got our device off, and I think it just about emptied it. And we got our little cap here. And I think this helps keep the air conditioning in because I think it's a little bit leaking in there. So let's screw that on good and tight. Has an L, and that's for low, not left. And I think we're all set. The air conditioner is putting out cold air again, and I think we have fixed our air conditioning problem. This is Dr. Janes, and thanks for watching.